Hey everyone. Today we're going to make a virtual parameter and kind of show how you can use it to give some interesting statistical properties for existing parameters. To start with, we'll make a line graph and add a parameter for a trend. So I'm going to click Edit Dashboard, plus Widget, and add a line graph here. Okay, now let's go ahead and give our line graph a nice title. I intend to add a static pressure, so it's called the stuff static pressure. And then static pressure and average static pressure, which kind of gives you a hint about what we're going to be adding here. PSI. And let's go ahead and add that parameter in. We'll grab it from our demo site here, oil and gas. I'm going to grab this first parameter. All right, and then let's see, instead of 3 hours, let's make it 7 days. And then 3 is probably nice. Yeah, it thickens it up a little bit. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and save it. Beautiful. All right, so this gives us a 7-day overview of our static pressure, but I haven't added in that average static pressure. And of course, you might want average static pressure, just kind of smooth out some of what you're looking at. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll create a virtual parameter, and then we'll overlay it on this graph. So to make a virtual parameter, I'll click on this bookmark here, and I'll go to Virtual Parameters. And then I'll go to Create a Virtual Parameter and search for 24-hour average. And I'll call this static pressure for our hour average. A rolling average to smooth out our view. I don't need to worry about this resolution because it's all set here in this graph. I'm going to go ahead and pick that same parameter that I had before. Static pressure. And then let's test it. Looks great. Go ahead and save. And trend and run here, just to make sure that it comes up for us. And if I click on this little clock here, it'll cause a trend to come up. All right, so here we have our 24-hour average. And then here we have, looks like about the last hour's worth of data. So that's all looking pretty nice for me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call that good and go add it to our graph. So let me go ahead and click back on my wrench and then go down and click Add Parameter and then find the new static pressure that we made, which will just be in the same location as the parameter that was underneath it. Static pressure, 24-hour average. You can see the VP here, which lets you know it's a virtual parameter. Confirm selections. Let's go ahead and make it a 3.2, and let's make it maybe stand out a little bit. Save that. And that is a nice looking graph. So what we have is our original parameter, this total flow value, and we've added a 24-hour average to that. Now, why might you want that? Well, you might want a more smoothed out view of your data. And what's really neat about it from a perspective of doing something like this quickly is that notice that I made this static pressure and average static pressure at different times, right? So like I had this trending history of the static pressure for a while, but I just created this virtual parameter. So what's going on here is that every time that you load this graph, every value in this static pressure average is being calculated right when you look at it. And that's why we call it a virtual parameter, because it's happening virtually. The value isn't stored. Instead, it's based on this underlying data in your static PSI, which is why you can make really interesting calculations on the fly. Average is a really nice example, but of course you can do a lot of different things this way. And really that's all I wanted to show you. So just something pretty quick, but I thought pretty compelling. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to us. Thank you so much.